channel, okay? If you're a new subscriber or a long time subscriber, then hey, bitch. And if you're not a new subscriber or a long time subscriber, then you already know what to do. Go ahead and hit that subscription button. So let's go ahead and get into Real Housewives of Potomac, okay? So Wendy and her husband, they're at the house. They're having a conversation about the sipping seed. So it's going to be for baby Cam. They want to do this whole sipping seed, all this other wonderful stuff. I guess it's some type of rites of passage type thing regarding the Nigerian community. So they're going to have about 50 guests that are going to be at this party. Some family, some friends, more so Wendy's family than it is going to be his family, because as you guys know, there are still underlying issues between his mom as well as Wendy's mom, and due to those issues, his siblings, majority of them, has decided to take his mom's side, so they don't really deal with him or have anything to do with him for whatever reason, okay? Some type of Nigerian type of culture, hierarchy, whatever they got going on, okay? So because they have pretty much dropped the ball and disappointing him so much in the past, he's a little shaky on inviting them to come out and actually be a part of the event that's going to be put together for Cam. So they're dealing with that issue, right? Wendy decides that she's going to give Ashley a call, and she invites Ashley to her event, but she decided to not invite Monique to the event. I don't blame her for that at all. Reason being, she said that a lot of the ladies are not feeling Monique at this time, herself being one of them. So if I'm not feeling this lady and I have an event for my daughter, I don't want no drama there for real. So I'm not going to have her there. Also, with that being said, Candace is the one that brought Wendy to the group. So she knows for a fact Candace is going to be there because they're cool, they're friends. She brought Wendy to the group. Why would I invite this lady, okay, knowing that I'm friends with Candace and I don't want any issues when it comes to my child, and Candace is already uneasy? Why would I invite her? So it's a little shaky. I don't want to feel uncomfortable at a function for my child. I don't want that around my kids, so I'm just not going to invite her. So I don't blame her for that. Doesn't mean she won't invite her at other things later, but right now it's a no, okay? So in this moment, I don't fault her for that at all. Ashley and Michael at the doctor's office, at the therapist's office, having a conversation about all the stuff that's transpired. Y'all know Michael has had a lot of allegations surrounding him regarding his cheatations and everything, from being overseas, I believe at one point, cheating with a man or something, to him grabbing one of the producers or whoever's or camera guys' hiney parts, okay? Then turns around and says that he wants to suck the peen of one, which happens to be the husband of Robyn. All right, then fast forward to 2020 when he told some young lady that he got a wife and a boyfriend. Then turned around to him being in Vegas and he's getting videoed with being in a hotel room with another woman with him in his underwear. Okay, so he has a lot going on, and Ashley, now that she finally has the child, wants to sit down and have this conversation with the therapist to get to the bottom of what's going on with him so they can prevent this situation from happening again. In that moment, Michael decides to kind of flip it, make himself be more of a victim or whatever. He's almost, or he is 80 years old, okay? So he's still dealing with issues that took place with his father from a long time ago. So he uses that as to why he kind of does some of the things that he does. He gets in this place where he wants to isolate himself. Ashley is taken back by this, like, oh, that's what it is. He's like, yeah, because I feel like a lot of the things that go on with me, it's no one else's fault, it's mine. So I kind of isolate myself in that sense. I felt like Michael was giving us SHI and a T. I felt like it was bull for sure. Michael, you 80 years old, okay? You and Uncle Ray, y'all right there together. So I don't really, and Uncle Ray ain't cheating on nobody. From my knowledge, he may not be in love with Karen, but he ain't cheating. We haven't heard that yet, okay? But you out here, you got peen for everybody, child. I don't believe that Michael was talking about. I know he tried to connect it back to his dad and what he was going through and his challenges and stuff like that. But sir, I'm not hearing Michael. Y'all let me know how y'all felt about that, because I feel like Michael was just using this as an excuse to kind of turn it on himself, to like feel sorry for me, feel bad for me, okay? Coming up with whatever he can, but Michael is going to do this again because that's just who he is. Michael has done it just about every season, okay? So I can imagine what he's going to do in the next one. Okay? So Karen is over there talking to her man, right? Okay, she's telling him, when I went down to Syria, Virginia to see my family, I really needed that. I really needed to be around my family. It had me thinking about us, and you saying that you weren't in love with me, you know, that's kind of a problem for me. I know I'm not the same person I used to be, you know, and I fought very hard to get to where I am and to be successful. Ray is like, oh, it was just you? Because I was there too. She said, oh, you were? Yeah, I was there with you. We was in this together. We both fought hard for you to be as successful as you are, okay? and I feel like you don't give me the attention that it is that I need, and you got this whole new fame and fortune thing, newfound fame and fortune. Do you feel like that's kind of gone to your head a little bit? Karen, like, no, boo, I don't feel like it's going to my head, but I do feel like my coins went to your account. Yeah, you know, when you had them tax issues and I had to bail you out, you ain't had no issues with my success then, I did you. Oh, you didn't? Oh, okay then. All right. Okay, and Ray is like, well, I hear what you're saying, but we ain't even talking about all that. What we talking about is us getting on the same page. She said, well, you know, I want my marriage. I'm fighting for that. I'm going to do that. But I'm not going to be doing that by myself. You're going to have to get it together. Okay, and he's like, okay, that's fine. I agree with Karen. She shouldn't be the only person in this relationship trying to fight for something, okay? So hopefully Ray gets on the bandwagon, and I feel like Karen, hang in there. Stay with your man as long as you can, because he already has a 1 foot and a knee in the grave. I'm not trying to be funny, but it sounded funny when it came out. But he definitely has 1 foot and a knee in the grave, and I need her to just hang in there, okay? You're gonna need them coins, okay? So, I mean, good luck. I hope y'all can find the love, you know, and y'all get back on one accord. But I do believe that Karen genuinely still loves her husband. She really, really does still love this man. So I hope they can figure it out, because they do have a daughter together. So, and I don't want Ray to die alone, you know, at all by himself. So I hope they can come together and he can fall back in love with her. So Karen, do whatever it is that you need to do, because clearly he is really threatened. And I hate that I do think that Ray is threatened by her success and stuff. But that's not going away. That's only going to be amplified. She's not leaving this show. Okay, she's going to continue to do this show. She's going to continue to foster businesses that's going to take care of y'all, which is what is needed. Because if you find yourself in another tax situation, you're going to need her coins to help you out again. So it's like, you know, and I mean, if not, worst case, y'all just, you know, separate. But I hope they don't do that, okay? But that's just that on that. Move on. Robyn at the house with the kids, you know, she got this whole company called Embellish with these hats and stuff. She trying to get everything organized, right? So she can get some of that money and use that money to pay for these taxes over here, okay? So we just gonna see how that works with Miss Robyn, okay? She said she pausing on this house. She ain't trying to get no house no more. She ain't worried about that, honey. She worried about these taxes, okay? So we just, good luck, girl. Good luck. Candace is headed to the courthouse because y'all know she about to press these charges on Monique for wop wop baloo bop and bop bam boom on her head. So she's like, girl, it's not going down like that. But really, I think Candace is being pushed up to this. Deep down inside, I don't think this is what Candace really want to do. Initially, I don't think it's what she wanted to do. I think her mom kind of hyped her up to do it. And Candace, knowing she needs to stick up for herself, I think she just like, you know what, you're right. You're right. I'm going to do that. I'm going to press charges. I'm going to get her. Absolutely. Okay, so she's headed down there to press charges. While she on the phone with her mama, she get teary-eyed and she start crying because she just like, you said, girl, I just really appreciate you being here for me, you know, because you ain't have to do that, but I appreciate it. Her mama like, always, you know what I'm saying? I got your back. That's what I'm here for. It is what it is. Talk to me when it's over. Candace goes in. She gives her testimony, do what she need to do. Later on that night, she decided to link up with Cliff. Cliff is this guy that she's known since she got to Howard University. They're sitting down, conversing, talking about how she's feeling after all of this has taken place, you know, with the whole fight and everything. And she's just like, you know, she trying not to cry, but y'all know Candace gonna cry at the drop of a dime, okay? So she was up there, you know, and Bravo was wrong for getting that shot of her reaching in that purse to pull out that napkin, because we already knew what she was going to do. Candace, let me say something. You need to come out with a Kleenex line, or you need to come out with a handkerchief line for women, okay? Something that they can use to dry their tears off of, because girl, the way they be out here promoting you with these tears, honey, you need to come up with something, okay? You need to profit off that, girl. You need to figure it out, okay? Because you always got some tears for the kids. And so she just talked about how she was still shocked. She still didn't understand what happened. You know, she feels like she hasn't done anything for any of this to happen. She says she went to the courts and she wants her prosecuted to the highest extent of the law. Now, girl, I understand that you're upset, but you know, it is a little bit of extreme for me. However, I do feel as though you can't do something to somebody and then tell them how mad they're supposed to get about it. So you put your hands on this woman, and then unfortunately, this is the result of that. Okay, so he asked her like, how are the ladies, you know, about this, you know, feeling about this situation or whatever. And she's like, well, you know, I feel like Wendy, Gizelle, and Robyn have been extremely supportive, but I feel like Candace is continuing to ride that wooden fence at this point. It's a little shaky with her. I can't really tell what end of the stick she's on. So that's what's bothering me about this entire situation as well. Is her not, you know, being sympathetic to me, but more so sympathetic to Miss Mo over there. Okay, so of course he pours into her and tell her, you know, how she's this great person and this and that. She's been a certain person before she even got on this show and all this. So you know, he's trying to pour into her, and she, you know, tells him like, yeah, you're right or whatever. I even have these posters around the house of you're gonna be okay, you're gonna be okay, you're gonna be okay, or whatever, or you're okay. So I mean, I see nothing wrong with that. I saw a lot of people try to clown Candace for that. Y'all try to clown this lady for whatever she does, and it's like y'all need to share this same thing with y'all fave over there for the stuff that she does as well. But I don't see nothing wrong with her posting up some posters. She going through it. A lot of people, when they going through it, they have to put up affirmations and different things up, you know, to help them get their mind and their body right or whatever. Okay, so I mean, if that's what she want to do and that makes her happy, then okay then, girl, good luck. Wendy and her husband go to check out the venue. From them checking out the venue, he tells her about the conversation he had with their son and how he kind of inquired about his dad, which is actually the son's granddad. And so with that conversation he had with their child, it made him want to reach out to his family and hopefully get them to come out to Cam's event. So he had a change of heart. He reached out. You could look in Wendy's face. You could tell she was so proud of him, but yet so afraid for him all at the same time, because if he does not get the result that he wants, she's going to have to be there with him, with his head on her shoulder, drying his tears and pouring into him. And she doesn't want him to be hurt again. So, you know, she's really praying that it works out. And we can just go fast forward with that. It did not work out. The family did not show up. And I think that's so effed up that you will allow your ego and whatever status in the Nigerian culture, you would allow that to be held over your child and how your child feels about things, as well as your grandchildren. If you're not going to do it for your child, at least do it for your grandchildren. So I think that's totally effed up. And I wouldn't feel bad if her son never reached out to them like ever again. You know, but I know he's going to, off of the strength of his children. You know, and time will only tell. Hopefully they can get back to one accord. But if he never reaches out again, I mean, you got, at some point you got to stop disappointing yourself. Okay? That's just how I feel about that. Y'all leave y'all comments below. So Ashley goes over to Uncle Lump's house. Okay, they're talking about the baby and Michael and stuff. Her mama pops up. Okay, got a patch on her eye. I guess she got an infection or something. She comes over, sit down. She tells Ashley tells them about the therapy session, how a lot of things that happened in Michael's childhood is still bothering and affecting him to this day. The uncle is like, listen, girl, I hear what you're saying, but I don't give it about none of this stuff you talking about, honey. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you plain. I'm gonna tell you simple. Okay, Michael gonna have to come and see me, all right? Because at some point, you gotta put your new child and your family that you have before your peen and all this other BS, okay? So actually, you can eat it up and sop it up and whatever you want to do on your plate, but you're not gonna put this on my plate and tell me that it's some good food. This is not a cuisine, ma'am. It's not, and I'm not gonna deal with you. I'm not gonna play these games with you, Ashley. You're going to have to tell him he's going to have to come see me, and he's going to have to get this heat. He's going to have to get this work, okay? Her mama's like, yeah, he's going to have to come over. He's going to have to see us. We're going to have to talk about this. Okay, let me say something, Miss Mama. No, ma'am. Okay, you do not need to be nowhere near this conversation, all right? Especially when this man over here giving you a monthly stipend for them bills when you got a grown man living in your house and not helping you out, girl. Okay, let's be very clear about that, honey, okay? So do not mess up your stipend. Do not mess up your coin, all right? You may want to stay far away from this conversation as you can. Get you some binoculars, okay, or whatever it is you need to do, and you need to watch from afar, but you do not need to be anywhere near this conversation because you're going to mess up the bag, okay, for yourself. Get it together, okay? So Ashley tells them, listen, I hear what y'all saying, I understand what y'all saying, but just notice, if anything like this goes down again, I'm going to leave. And they both looking at her like, girl, bye. This has happened, ooh, I don't even know what hand I'm on at this point, girl, and you still here just hanging on, so you're not going to try and sit up here and play us. You're not going to do that. So, okay then, if that's what you say then, all right, as long as y'all continue to pay my bills, I don't care what y'all do. Okay, it is what it is. Moving on, so we get to the baby sympathy, all right? Wendy's family, you know, like I said, Wendy's husband has not heard from his family. They're not going to show up. That's just what that is, right? Robyn arrives so early. Okay, girl, we wish you would have got to your taxes early, but unfortunately, it's too late. All right, so we hope that you can figure that situation out and you can work that situation out as well. But Robyn is typically a late bird all day, but this time she got there early. She was on time and she was ready. Who was not there? Wendy and the whole crew. The whole spot looked empty. Okay, so on the way there, Wendy is on the you know, playing with baby Cam or holding baby Cam. She gets a text message. Text message is regarding the second-degree assault charges that were placed on Monique. Okay, so everybody shocked. Wendy arrives. She has a conversation with Robyn. Robyn's like, girl, this thing said 6 o'clock, honey. It's 8, okay? You played me. She said, girl, I'm Nigerian. I don't even know why you would show up early like this anyway, honey. You already know how we do. No, ma'am. But it's okay. Get comfy. Get comfy, girl. We're going to get started in a minute. Just get real comfy, okay? So all the ladies started to pour in. Karen poured in looking as good as she wanted to look, okay? Like a whole snack, a meal, a smoothie, and anything else that you can come up with, okay? Karen came in there ready to serve like a red velvet cake. P, all right? Then you got Gizelle coming in there like who, what, when, why, how, the fuck, okay? Because, girl, what did you have on? Why you keep playing the kids like this, okay? Why do you keep doing this, Gizelle? You dress just like you dressed on season 1, and we tired of it. We are sick. We know that you have the coin. We know you do. Okay, girl, I am just like, you have got to cut this out. Then you got Ashley walking in there like she a part of the Supremes or the Dream Girls. I'm like, girl, where did you think you was going? What was you doing? Okay? I was just like, girl, stop it. Robyn, your outfit was cute, but your head was what? No, ma'am. So I'm just like, y'all just, girl, I guess y'all ain't had time, you know, to pull it together. But Miss Karen came to serve, and I was here for that, okay? So you got Candace walking in with her mama. Candace came in with her mama and her husband. But before we get there, okay, Gizelle sits down with Karen and Robyn, and she was over here just pressed like, girl, listen, let me pull up a chair, because listen, this is some juicy tea. This is juicy. Listen. So, did y'all hear about them charges? You did? Girl, this is comical. I don't even know why I'm laughing. And then Karen was like, yeah, like, if it's not funny, like, why are you laughing? Like, girl, listen, let me go get me some water because y'all over here, y'all doing a little too much. And I was really with Karen, like, girl, let me get up off this table because you're a little too excited. Okay, now, as they were talking about the charges, Gizelle and Robyn, did you notice that Robyn said we don't want her to go to jail? Gizelle did not say that at first. I think Gizelle realized that nobody else was going to be on that same page with her of wanting Monique to go to jail. So she just said, right, we don't want that. Like, no, Gizelle, honestly, you don't care what happens with Monique. Okay, let's just be real honest about that. That's just what that was, okay? But Robyn's like, we don't want her to go to jail. That is a bit too much. It's a lesson learned for everybody, but that's not what we want, okay? Girl, bye. Okay. So everybody's at the dinner table. They're eating, okay? Gizelle, once again, super excited. Can't believe this is happening. Oh, my God. Candace, how you doing, girl? You know, I was like, you filed charges? How's it going? Okay. And Candace is like, girl, well, you know, I'm still a little puzzled. I did not do anything to Monique to deserve such actions, you know. So, I mean, you know, I'm a bit still perturbed or whatever the term would be. You know, I'm still a bit pressed about it, you know. And Robyn says, but girl, what is the goal here? Is the goal for her to go to jail? We don't want her to go to jail. And then Candace said, we don't. We don't, because right how I see it, the goal is for the government to, you know, prosecute her to the fullest extent of the law. Okay, my goal is for them to do their job. Okay, that's what that is. So we don't. And then here goes Gizelle, you know, that is a bit much. And Candace like, yeah. It is, okay? So, listen, Candace didn't care nothing about what y'all was talking about, all right? Ashley decides to hop in the conversation. This is where Ashley messed up. Ashley definitely started to speak to the situation as though she was there. Then she had to say, I wasn't there, okay? Correct, you were not, so you should have sat there and ate your food. A person like Karen who was there had absolutely nothing to say, so you should have followed along with Karen. Karen was there, Karen ain't say nothing. Okay, that's what you should have done. Okay, before Ashley jumped in to say her piece, Candace's mom was like, you know, this is very, you know, unfortunate. You know, it sounded like it was an assault. Were you all there? And here go Gizelle. It was an assault. It was an assault. I still agree with Gizelle. I know a lot of people are feeling like, no, she was not assaulted and this and that. Yeah, she was, okay? She was assaulted. That's just in my book. Everybody has their own opinion. It's going to be up to the judge, whoever, to make that decision. Although the judge did dismiss the charges, does not mean that the charges cannot be brought up again against Monique, from my understanding, okay? And she can also turn around and sue her. If a judge says I dismiss it, it's just dismissed. I ain't got nothing to say for y'all. I'm not ruling in this case, whatever. Y'all can go see somebody else about this, basically. Okay, so it can still happen again, but okay. Ashley jumps in, talks on the situation, and she says, from my understanding, you know, you guys were yelling at each other. You know, you were in each other's faces. And Kandi said, yeah, we were talking in an elevated tone. I'm like, Candace, girl, just say yelling. Just say yelling. It's okay. It's okay. Just say yelling. So then Ashley continues to talk like, well, you were in her face. And then Kandi said, oh, were you there? Were you there? Okay. And she was like, I wasn't there, but you know, you've been very combative with me. And that's when Robyn and Gizelle interrupted, and they was like, girl, no, you weren't there. You can't talk. You weren't there. You weren't there. I was so here for them. Shut up, Ashley. You were not there. Sit there, eat your food, okay? Be quiet. All right. And she just kept chiming in. But in Ashley's credit, as much as I don't like Ashley, Ashley was the only friend Monique had at this table. Because Karen wasn't even saying her piece. You feeling away and all this other stuff, but you're not saying anything. Okay, whether you're on team Monique or you on team Candace, or you even in the middle. You know what I'm saying? She not even defending Monique, not even like letting Candace know where she wrong. She ain't saying nothing. She just like quiet, you know? So I have to give Ashley that. Like, she did try to at least stick up for Monique. But you weren't there. You know what I'm saying? So it is like, girl, shut the hell up. Okay. So then when, you know, Ashley is still saying, girl, you know, this is what happened, that what happened. Candy said, oh, you're being paid? Oh, you're being paid too. Okay. And then Ashley says, ooh, honey, girl, listen, my husband's a millionaire. I don't have to be paid for what? What do I need to be paid for? My husband's a millionaire. I was like, damn, Ashley. Okay then, girl. No. And Candy said, not for long. Not for long, but you got me there though. You definitely got me there. But let me tell you something, my dear. Since you want to speak on this husband that you have that's a millionaire, let's be very clear about how you got him, okay? Because you nor your mom had a pot to piss in nor a house to shit in. Let's be very clear about that. So you had to go hop, suck, and a 80-year-old peen to get security in your life. Let's be very clear about that, my dear. All right, but I guess with all of the allegations and everything that he has going on, let me not speak on that because I wasn't there. Okay, so don't come for me, honey. What did you say? Yes, exactly. That's what I said. See, my mom puts me in homes and you have to put your mother in one. You're not going to come over here and come for me. We're not in the same class, boo. Okay? Boop, 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 boop. You're not going to come over here with that. And Ashley's like, whatever, Candace, because I'll be married as long as I want to be married. Like I said, okay? Let's be clear. Like I said, not for long. I'm speaking. But I'm speaking, Ashley. I'm speaking. And I said not for long, okay? You won't be married to him for long. But good luck with that. Okay, so, I mean, it was just hilarious. Them just, you know, going back and forth. You know, Ashley pulled her wallet out and put it on the table to let you know, honey, okay? My husband is a millionaire, girl. I don't need no money. I got this old rich white man money. What are you talking about here, girl? Okay, and Candy's like, girl, let's not forget how you got this white man, girl. You're not gonna come at me like this with your old child. You're not gonna do it. So, you know, they was just... It was just a lie, okay? Kris keep trying to tell Candace to shut up, okay? He's like, girl, just shut up, just be quiet. Now, Candace, see, I'm with Kris. I was like, Kris, please get her to shut up. Please shut up, okay? Because at some point, you're going to have to learn how to let things roll, okay? Let these people say what they're going to say. Let them do what they're going to do. When you need to sit down and have the right conversations, you sit down, you address the situations how you need to handle them as professionally as you can. Because if you do not, you will find yourself in another situation just like Monique, but you're going to be on Monique's side of the fence where you're going to be the person that's going to be the attacker and the assault. And when you ain't going to be able to say nothing because we all going to be looking at you like you dumb as hell because you've been through this situation before. Okay, so you're going to have to get that together, right? So then Candace, finally, she calms down a bit. She tells Ashley, listen, I do not fault you for going to bat for your friend, okay? And being on whatever fence that you're on, considering whatever side of the fence that you're on, considering the fact that you were not there. But if that's what you're going to do with your friend and trust what she says, because you only got a one-sided conversation, if that's what you're going to do, then I just mind you to be very, very careful, okay? Because sometimes you don't know who it is you're rocking with. Okay, so just, you know, I thought that she was my friend. I realized quickly she was not. So I'm just warning you to be a bit careful, okay? I don't see nothing wrong with that. And the only reason why I agree with that, like, she do need to be mindful and be a little careful. Well, not only reason, but we've caught Monique in a lot of lies via social media in comparison to this show. That's one. Two is how she handled this whole situation with her and Candace. Candace didn't even know they had an issue because Monique was not talking to her regarding the issue. Monique was finding other things to be mad at this girl about and it was just misplaced. So you never know. You may do something to her in the future, Ashley, and be completely, I don't know what's going on about it. Whole time, Monique got a vendetta against you, and then she's going to be taking certain things out on you. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Okay? So, with that being said, I mean, like, just be a little careful. Develop a better friendship than what Candace had with her. Okay, girl? And we just say, good luck. So Karen speaks up, and she says that, you know, her position with this entire situation, you know, it's a little shaky. It's tough for her because she's in the middle. And then Candace is like, well, have you at least talked to Mo like you said you were going to do? Karen's like, yeah, I spoke with her and I pleaded. I said, would you please give her a call, send her a text, apologize, do something, okay? I need you to just do something. And then Candace said, but see, that's the problem. You shouldn't have to convince no grown-ass woman to make an apology to another grown woman, okay? No, she shouldn't, but she did. You know what I'm saying? And Monique's still not remorseful. It is what it is, okay? She wasn't sad, whatever, da-da-da-da. Karen doesn't want to be put in the middle of it, but I don't think Karen understands with how she's being in the middle of it. It's one thing to not be in the middle, and not choosing sides. I ain't got nothing to do with it. But this is where you mess up, Karen. You say you ain't choosing a side, but then you get in the middle and then you tell this woman what she wants to hear and you tell that woman what she wants to hear. You know what I'm saying? So that's where you kind of messed up. And if you was going to be in the middle, my suggestion, what I think, y'all let me know y'all thoughts. I feel like you should have just said, listen, I'm not choosing no side. Okay, Monique, you was dead wrong for X, Y, Z, da-da-da-da. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Candace, you was wrong with whatever. But y'all not finna I'm not finna choose a side. But don't sit up there and tell them I'm not choosing a side. But if I were you, I would press charges, okay? Monique, I'm not choosing a side. But if I were you, I would have diddy bopped her too. Or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's like, don't do that. And that's where it's getting a little muddy. Right? So those are my thoughts, but y'all leave y'all comments down below. Robyn decides to ask Karen, like, Karen, do you feel like your thoughts of people have changed? And Karen says, yes, they have. But I am at a place where I don't want to address that with you messy hoes right now. Okay? And if any one of you at this table could really go toe-to-toe with me, it would be Candace's mom. And I'm not at a place where I want to argue with another elderly woman. I'm not going to do that with you ladies. I'm not going to do it. You're not going to get me. You're not going to get that from me. You're not going to get it at all. No. So I would ask that you all humbly and respectfully respect where I stand on this, because I have nothing to give or offer to the conversation. I'm not gonna do it. You're not gonna catch me up. I'm not gonna do it. Okay? So I ain't really fault Karen too much for that part. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't want to, you know, say her piece. She wanted to reserve it, keep it for herself, but just be mindful what you're not willing to say to everybody else. That's the other weird part. Like, it can come back and hunt you. Like, you over here saying that you're telling Monique this and that behind the scenes, but you can't say that out here in front of all these ladies. You know, and when you did say it in front of those ladies and you called Monique out and told her she was wrong, it was really because that pressure was being applied to you, okay, to say that, you know. But it is what it is, and I do feel like Karen could be in a situation where it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Okay, so maybe the best thing she think for her to do is to just ride the fence until it hurt, okay, till she get a few splinters up her ass. I don't know, okay, but maybe that's just the best thing for her to do. But I find it so comical that, Candace, you had Karen come to your anniversary and she did all this positive speaking and everything. She spoke up for you at that point, but she ain't speaking up and saying shit now. Girl, good luck. I ain't got nothing else. I'm Jamie, that's me. Y'all leave y'all comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. When you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell. And I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.